Welcome to another leadership trait in the 14 leadership traits that the United States Marine Corps uses. This one is called enthusiasm. Let me go ahead and get the slide up. Now, the important thing to remember about this is that enthusiasm, like motivation, I'm going to go into that a little bit more. And some people may disagree with me, and that's fine. I just know from my experience, this is what I found. Enthusiasm is an internal process. In other words, I cannot make somebody enthusiastic just like I cannot motivate somebody. The biggest thing to realize about enthusiasm is that it's an emotion, right? And all emotions are, if you're able to emote them, your emotional cues are taken from those that are following you, be it your followers on Facebook or your people at work or whatever the case may be. They will take your emotional cues. So you cannot say, oh man, these guys are just dragging tonight. Well, maybe you were dragging tonight and they just took your emotional cue. So you got to realize that responsibility and that authority as a leader, that many times in many different situations, your followers take on your emotional cues. So let's head to the definition of enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is defined as a sincere interest and exuberance in the performance of your duties. If you are enthusiastic, you are optimistic, cheerful, and willing to accept challenges. It builds up the big mo whenever you're trying to complete a task or a mission. Enthusiasm is just like, it's important. Now, I'm going to handle some of the things that may be more controversial. But before I do that, I think I can see if I can share this out to my page real quick. Nah, I can't. I got too much stuff going on. So here's a couple of things that may be a little controversial, but from my experience, this is what I believe, and I've seen it repeated over and over and over again. Number one comment about enthusiasm. Shyla, my number one comment about enthusiasm is that thoughts and action always precedes feeling. Remember that enthusiasm is an emotion. It's a feeling. So in order to be enthusiastic, your thoughts and your emotions have to precede that feeling. So if you're waiting to do something on your home-based business, you're waiting to call people, you're waiting to go to a Facebook Live, if you're waiting for the feeling, the motivation to come in order to do that, you've already lost. I'm sorry, but it's true. You've already lost. Your thoughts and your actions have to precede the emotion. So if you want to be enthusiastic, your thoughts and your feelings have to go, your thoughts and your actions have to go in that direction in order to get that feeling. If you want to feel motivated about doing something, your thoughts, your actions have to go in that direction in order to feel motivated. As soon as I go live and I'm on and everything, it motivates me. I like doing this stuff personally. But sometimes I don't feel motivated to present the material until I actually start the actual Facebook Live, and then I get jazzed. I get excited. Some people interpret that as nervousness, but really the physiological response to excitement and the physiological response to nervousness is exactly the same. So in my mind, I frame it as excitement. I don't get nervous when I do this stuff. So that's number one. Thoughts and action precedes feeling. Number two, and this is where people may disagree with me, but you can't motivate anybody. I think it's a lie when somebody says they're a motivational speaker. it just, all right, look at that. I think it's a lie when somebody says they're a motivational speaker. I like how um, Dr. Maxwell frames it, who's my mentor. He frames it as I'm a motivational trainer or I'm a motivational teacher. I teach the actions to take in order to get motivated, but realizes that he doesn't motivate anybody. And I can tell you from 20 years in the Marine Corps, you don't motivate anybody. You just don't do it. So how does this work when people get all excited and so on? Well, number one, remember, excuse me, remember in the very beginning I said that your followers take on your emotional cues, right? So if you are motivated, if you're enthusiastic, your followers, the people who are listening to you, the people who are paying attention to you, the people who are working for you, they will be motivated. They'll catch on. It's contagious. Motivation, enthusiasm is contagious, but and so I know it's a fine line. So you don't motivate anybody. The only person you can motivate is yourself. But if you can motivate yourself, if you can get enthusiastic yourself, you will motivate and breed enthusiasm to those that are following you. So as a leader, all you can control is the morale, the environment that these people are in. So yes, if you have the morale, you go to a function, for whatever network marketing company you represent, or direct sales company you represent, or whatever corporation you work for, you got the music pumping, the leaders are up there, they're enthusiastic, they're motivated, they're not faking it, they're genuinely excited for this event, it'll catch on to the rest of the people. So why is enthusiasm a leadership trait? Especially when it's not so much a physical action that you take, but a feeling. It's really quite simple. When you're enthusiastic, right? When you're cheerful, you build up momentum. And think of it as a train. You can take the biggest, baddest train, and I can put a block of wood in front of it. If it has no momentum, it's not going anywhere. But once that train builds momentum, I don't care if it's a 6-foot concrete wall, it's busting through. So if you can build up momentum, if you can get yourself motivated and enthusiastic, provide the right environment for your people, then you can bust through all those challenges. You can bust through the bad times, right? Because there is going to be challenges out there. There's going to be opportunities for growth. There's going to be problems, if you want to frame it that way, that you're going to have to bust through. And in order to bust through those times, you're going to have to be motivated and enthusiastic to build that momentum. If you do it in yourself, then you're going to build it in your team. And if your team has it, they're going to bust through the challenges, the problems, and everything. So what can you do? I pretty much covered most of it, but we'll go over it anyway. Suggestions for improvement. Understanding belief in your mission will add to your enthusiasm for your job. Now, that sounds like pretty dry, but I tell you what, one reason why I don't get nervous if I'm on stage or if I'm doing a Facebook Live or something else like that, because the message, the mission, is more important than me. When you see people get nervous on Facebook Live, you see people get nervous on stage, their focus is more on themselves than on the message. So if you want to get out of that rut, you're going to have to get motivated about the message, motivated about the mission, enthusiastic about the mission. And the rest, the people out there or the camera that I'm just looking at, and I can see the replies coming up. Whoops, there we go. And everything. Man, you just bust right through it. You just bust through all that nervousness. And try to understand why, even in the uninteresting jobs, things must be done. Running a home-based business, you can see the outside, but on the inside, there's hours of learning, there's hours of training, There's challenges that you're overcoming. There's a mundane things of checking to make sure that the cash flow and all that stuff works. Is the sales funnel working? Is it going to the right page? Is it the right design? Is it the right type? Is your copyright clear? Or people getting messed up in the message? So even in the mundane things, you need to man, you just need to work it. You got to get excited about, man, if I make this message right, this is what it's going to do. It's going to change people's lives. So our 8th leadership trait that every leader has got to have, you just got to have it. You may not be the happy, bubbly person up on stage, but you need to emote motivation. You need to emote enthusiasm to help those people that you're leading, help those people that you're influencing overcome their challenges and the problems and everything else that they run into in life. Man, I sure hope you guys enjoyed this. Go to my Facebook page if you find this on another place. If you're interested in attraction marketing, if you want to be an affiliate marketer, the greatest attraction marketing training and back office system on the net today, then message me. That's it. Gunny is out.